Where do most students go wrong in their preparation for the Victorian Selective Entry Exam? Well, most students, when they're applying for Melbourne High, Macrob, Nossal, and Suzanne Cory, they know that practice questions are important. They do a lot of mock exams, but they don't actually make much improvement from it at all. Everyone really, when they walk into the exam hall, they've done a lot of mock exams, but most people haven't really improved their scores very much. And the reason for that is not because they didn't do practice questions, because they did, but because they didn't reflect on them properly. The number one thing you should do is, yes, it's good to do practice questions, but you want to almost spend just as much time as you actually spend doing the exam, reflecting on it, looking at all the questions you got correct, thinking, okay, these question types, I'm pretty confident with. But then also, most importantly, understanding which question types have you not yet learnt. Noting them down somewhere and spending some time actually learning them before you go back and do another practice exam. Personally, the way I like to do this is I always created a mistakes journal where every single time I did a mock exam, I'll note down all my mistakes in that journal. So for example, if it was mathematical reasoning, I would say, okay, there was quite a few geometry questions I got wrong. There was quite a few probability questions I got wrong. I'm going to spend some time learning these sections, learning these topics before I go back and do another mock exam. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep making the same mistakes again and again. And so number one tip is to have a mistakes journal. And that means when you do all these practice questions, you'll actually learn from them and you'll actually be able to improve your score.